According to Christina L. Lyons, there are 40,000 Americans that have died in the U.S. due to suicide this year. I'm here today to try and educate you all on how important mental health is and to persuade everyone to take an action towards suicide prevention. The national suicide rate has been skyrocketing since the 2000 among every single age group. I'm here to inform everyone how we can put an end to the suicide rate. The ways of putting an end to these rising rates are just starting the conversation, taking action, and following up on your own mental health and the loved ones around you. Many people aren't affected by the high rates or even understand the importance of mental health. Suicide is an extremely hard topic to talk about and to get people to listen, but that is why I'm here today. I take this topic very serious. I have lost a close friend in high school to suicide, and it was a tragedy and a surprise to everyone. It just goes to show how you never really know what someone is going through, even if they seem to be the happiest and friendliest and nicest kid. So ever since my senior year of high school, mental health has been a serious issue to me and something I really hold close to my heart and a passion that one day hopefully I can help those with mental illnesses to make it known that they're being heard and that there is someone there for them. According to Nancy S., the biggest factors to suicide are mental illnesses, major loss in life, and social media. The first way to make a difference is simply just starting the conversation. Educating those who have little knowledge about suicide can go a long way. I had an internship this summer where I was one-on-one with the patients on the psych unit in hospitals. I have witnessed many patients that were suicidal due to their severe depression, anxiety, and even schizophrenia. Severe depression is the most common mental illness when dealing with suicide. These people most of the time feel hopeless, alone, and as if they have no one to turn to. Another way to educate those are to inform everyone how common mental health is. This is a huge issue that I don't think many people know about. According to National Alliance of Mental Illness, 1 in 5 Americans have experienced a mental illness in the last given year. These mental illnesses can simply be caused by just losing a job, a loved one, or ending a friendship or relationship. Anything can truly trigger a mental illness such as anxiety or depression. When a big change happens in someone's life, this is when their whole mind can alter and they feel something that they've never felt before, which causes certain mental illnesses to erupt, and this is when they need to reach out and get help and talk to someone. And most of the time, it can get as severe as taking their own life is the only option. The third biggest factor is social media. Social media is a big part of our lives now, and it can affect people in the worst way. Many people spend less time with social interaction and more time on the computer, and this can truly lessen someone's self-esteem and can really increase depression and decrease social interaction. And this is when people start to compare themselves to others and other people's lives, and this is when they get upset, saying like, why can't I be like that? Why do I not look like her? And especially in teens, that they become suicidal when they notice someone else's life is not like theirs. And knowing all these factors and how someone can truly feel and how they can take their own lives due to these is when we can really start take action. Taking action includes just providing support systems and openly talking about suicide and simply being there for one another. Providing support systems can just be a friend to someone, or persuading someone to go see a therapist or a professional to talk about their issues, making someone feel as if they are not crazy for having these certain feelings inside their head. And being a support system can just go a long way. You can truly save someone's life by making them feel like they are not alone. There are a lot of people out there dealing with mental illnesses that keep it to themselves, and this is when it can get to the point where they think suicide is the only option since they have no one to go to. And suicide is an extremely hard topic to talk about, but it is also something to not kept silent. It is important to talk about the issue and the factors that go into it. It is especially important to educate the younger generations on the factors that go into suicidal actions or thoughts. Being nice to one another and online can make a huge difference for this topic. According to Swansea University children and young people under 25 who are victims of cyberbullying are twice than likely to harm themselves and enact suicide behavior. Just by respecting one another and putting an end to cyberbullying can also make a huge difference. Being a friend instead of an enemy can go a long way. I know it's easier said than done, but if everyone just realizes that someone is battling with a certain situation in their life or going through a hard time, then we can all just start to respect each other and be there for one another. The most important part in putting an end to suicide is being there for your loved ones and taking care of your own mental health. Taking care of your own mental health is incredibly important, and I've learned that over the years. If you have ever experiencing severe anxiety or depression, don't be afraid to let someone know. And keeping everything in can truly make the situation worse. Also, if you have someone close to you that is struggling with something in their life, make it known that they're not alone and that they have a reason to be here on this earth and that they are loved and that you are always with them. With my own experience with suicide, my friend was always the happiest and the kindest kid to everyone. No one knew exactly what was going on with him, and when the tragedy happened, it was just a complete shock. And ever since then, I make it known to check in on the friends around me to let them know that they are not alone and that everyone deserves to have someone with them. No one should ever feel alone, and if everyone makes an effort to be a good friend or family member, we can eliminate these certain feelings. Suicide is a serious matter that everyone should be educated on. There should be an end to online bullying and shaming others, which can make a huge decrease in suicidal rates. Just because someone is dealing with mental health doesn't mean that they are crazy. This means people need a little more help and a little more love from the ones around them. Everyone is fighting their own battle that no one knows about. I hope you all have learned to be there for someone who needs it and also know that you're never alone. If you or anyone needs someone to talk to, the suicide hotline is 1-800-273-8255. Never be afraid to reach out and talk about your own mental health and be there for the ones around you and always check in on your loved ones. I hope everyone has a little more insight on mental health and how important it is to be a friend to someone, and the suicide rates will hopefully lower. Thank you.